The Islamic Republic of Pakistan is a new country set in one of civilization's ancient places, and it is struggling. Its struggle is to overcome a harsh geography and a dense population to provide a better life for 83 million Pakistanis. Pakistan's progress was dealt a blow in December of 1979, when the army of the Soviet Union invaded Afghanistan, unloosing a river of refugees, settling into hundreds of camps along the 1,200-mile border between the two countries. Almost 3 million people and their livestock have so far left Afghanistan to draw upon the scarce grazing land and other vital resources of Pakistan.
Well, here we are at the Khyber Pass, an historic, ancient, rugged gateway from Central Asia to the subcontinent. You know, for generations, through this pass have come traders, dozens of invaders and occupiers of Afghan land who've always been defeated. Now the invaders come from the north, and this pass is being used by Afghan refugees because of a war inflicted upon them by the invasion of the Soviet Union. And because of the generosity of the Pakistan government, these Afghan refugees come through this pass, and they've been living here in tents, in mud huts, dreaming and still fighting to return to their land.
My first visit to this fascinating part of the world was as a guest of the government of Pakistan. To visit the Afghan refugee camps and consult with officials grappling with the problem. It was hoped that my involvement would bring about greater worldwide focus upon the problem. Recent film footage brought out from inside Afghanistan shows the wanton policy of the Soviet Union to attempt to depopulate the countryside by destroying the homes, fields, animals, and cottage industries of the people. The freedom fighters continue to resist after first sending their women, children, and elders into refuge across borders. This cynical Soviet strategy has been successful in creating the world's largest refugee problem, but it has netted them not one single inch of territory. Due to a lack of anti-aircraft weapons, they concede the sky to the Soviets, but they are the masters of this punishing land. They know every trail, river, and mountain pass as a person knows his own neighborhood. This is Afghanistan, and this is their home. Patrols such as these have prevented the Soviets from venturing far from their urban garrisons. On the morning of what was Thanksgiving Day, our small party journeyed to Peshawar, one of the main centers of refugee life. A recurring impression for me was the depth of Pakistani generosity, as they shared what little they had with homeless Afghan neighbors. After a dusty half-hour ride, we toured the Nazar refugee camp on foot.
First, I would like to thank all of you refugees from Afghanistan for permitting me to come here and for receiving me with such hospitality. I am an American, and we in the United States have been quite concerned and have heard a great deal about the plight and misery of the 3 million refugees along the Pakistani border. But I must confess that in the short time that I've been here on this beautiful sunny morning, I don't feel misery, I feel a spirit that I saw in your little children who were at school in a tent.
I see.
I mean, this is the first you start.
Yes. Yeah.
They glorify.
This tells them the history of what is happening right now.
They glorify the freedom fighting.
I see.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم Allahu Akbar bande. Sarbat na prigam pa Allahu Akbar bande. Nara takbir. Nara takbir. Nara takbir.
As I explained before,
Through translators, I conveyed my feelings about my Thanksgiving in Peshawar.
this is a Thanksgiving dinner that I will never forget, because usually you spend Thanksgiving with your family. But I think my family will excuse me for not being 15,000 miles back home when I tell them why, what we were doing here on this Thanksgiving Day. I look forward to spending another Thanksgiving dinner with them, hopefully in Afghanistan.
Sir, we are very thankful to you, sir. And it is a Thanksgiving between friends sitting together and thanking the Almighty Allah for what He's given us, little or more. And we will remember this.
But the price of Afghan self-defense is high, as I found out in the Red Cross hospital in Peshawar.
They're very proud. They're a very handsome race. He's lost all the skills that leg. He's lost that leg there. Hopefully he'll be able to get away by giving him below knee, which is good for him. And he's got this, he's got fractured up.
These men and these children never declared war on the Soviet Union. Their limbs are blown away, and they carry shrapnel in their guts because they did not submit meekly to the rape of their homeland.
And he's rather lucky because it's just missed his spine. Had the bullet been another 2 inches further over, he'd be a paraplegic, stepping onto a mine.
And these mines that are dropped by
helicopters here. And generally these type of mines are often done as toys and things like that, and the kids go and pick them up.
You mean they actually make the mines like toys?
Yes,
That a
yes.
kid will...
Yeah, pick up, yes. Still these ones? No. No, they've taken them in other X-rays.
The Afghans keep a small museum in Peshawar displaying horrors dropped onto the soil of Afghanistan by the Soviet Union.
Gunship helicopters rockets, which fired by helicopters from the air. It is the after explosion napalm bombs,
Napalm,
which uses in Afghanistan.
It's poisoned, huh? Poisoned wheat.
poisoned wheat,
It's poisoned wheat.
tiny darts tipped with poison, and toy bombs to attract curious children. This is something I will never forget. Soviet strategy to maim and destroy children. Nor do the Mujahideen. This Soviet convoy met the fate of most earlier invaders of Afghanistan. For the Mujahideen, theirs is a holy struggle to regain control of their ageless land, to return their families from far-flung refugee camps, and to honor their heroic fallen comrades.
Whenever I visit one of these camps, I come away filled with more admiration for the courage and spirit that you display. And finally, I can only tell you again that when I go back to my country, I will speak strongly in your behalf.
Very good journey. No problem.
I will.